Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it is finally the weekend of the 750 Motor Club Birkett 6-hour relay race. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race, no clue how it's going to go personally. A very weird and different format to what I'm used to. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to say the least. Hopefully me and Finley, Dave and Adam can all get on alright. But yeah, let's jump straight into the weekend then and see how it goes.
The next day.
So this video is going to be edited a little bit different to usual. I didn't do a whole lot of vlogging throughout this video, and you'll soon see why I didn't. Yeah, I guess we'll jump straight into my first session then, which was the practice / qualifying, and let's see how that went then. So here we go for the practice / quali then. So this was going to be a very interesting one for me. I kind of just wanted to take it nice and easy, do my 3 laps that I was required to do in quali, and just get used to the car a little bit. But the big thing with this as well is these tyres that I'm on are actually 10 years old, so 2015 tyres, and they've been through many heat cycles, as you can see coming around Brooklands and Luffield, where I'm just all over the track, sliding all over the place, which was not ideal, but it's the only tyres we had for the practice / quali. The race we were going to use brand new A1 semi-slick tyres, so yeah, we kind of wanted to save them for the race, not practice / quali, because it doesn't really matter. The qualifying and grid is already determined before the qualifying. This is basically just practice and get used to the car. So yeah, I know it's going to be quite interesting. As you can see, this BMW in front of me actually goes sideways all the way through cops and eventually ended up spinning straight off cops into the grass area there. So yeah, a very good start for him, but a little bit of a scary moment for me because I was just like, what is going on here? All I could see was him going sideways all the way around cops. But it's quite impressive to be fair, and we managed to carry on. He spun off and got out of our way, which is very nice. Obviously, the Birkett 6-hour is a very intense and interesting race because there is many different cars. You've got BMW E36 compacts like what I'm driving, mixed with radicals, mixed with Caterhams, as you see what's ahead of me. There's all sorts of different machinery going around. There was even an aerial atom on track at some point. So yeah, it was a very interesting event to be a part of. But yeah, for practice, I was kind of just getting used to getting out of everyone's way because I didn't want to get in the way of the quicker cars. But also it was quite difficult to try and get around people when they were slowing down through the corners, because once again, some machinery are a lot quicker through corners than others, and some machinery are a lot quicker in the straights. So it was quite interesting. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't doing any heroic moves into this session because I just wanted to do my required 3 laps that I needed to do, and also just kind of get used to the car. Obviously, being on these older tyres is going to be quite tricky as well because there is absolutely no grip and we were just sliding all over the place, both me and Finley. But we were kind of just looking forward to getting onto the brand new A1s and just using this session as basically like a dummy and a throwaway session. As you see, got absolutely sent there by that Honda Civic, I think that was. But yeah, little moments, even coming out of the little kink left-hander before Wellington Straight. We even lost the back end through there because the tyres were just so destroyed. But nevertheless, take it nice and easy through Wellington Straight, coming down towards Brooklands then as we flick it down to 4th and then down to 3rd just before we enter the corner. And again, Brooklands and Luffield were very slippery as well because it had been raining overnight. So damp track mixed with 10-year-old tyres just made for many fun moments, as you can see on the camera here. Just going sideways coming through Brooklands and Luffield multiple times mid-corner. But nevertheless, so we carried on, managed to keep it in a straight line, didn't end up getting any damage, which was very good. As you can see, I apologise about the camera angle that I did as well. It wasn't an ideal setup that I did, and also the vibrations as well. It is very, very intense inside this car. I really enjoyed it actually. I like the handling of the compact, even on these really 10-year-old tyres. I still enjoyed that the car felt predictable. Even when it did slide, it was a predicted slide and you could kind of tell it was going to happen. As you can see there, that just kind of sums up the type of machinery we have. We had some type of NASCAR stock car thing immediately overtaking us out the exit of Mags and Beckett's, and then straight after that a radical overtaking both of us. So yeah, it was very interesting to say the least, but we were just going at our own pace, obviously just sticking to our own class. I didn't really want to get in the way of anyone in a radical or something like that in NASCAR, because obviously they're a lot more quicker and they come up very fast on your rear, so I didn't want to get in the way and cause any issues. But yeah, just take it nice and easy. Obviously once again coming through Brooklands, getting a massive crack of oversteer, and same through Luffield, crack of oversteer mid corner, and then on the exit once again we get even more oversteer. But yeah, obviously I knew that was going to be a controlled slide from obviously the tyres situation that we had. Just getting overtaken by another car there once again. We did actually catch up to this one car here, which was a Hyundai, I think it was. I could be wrong. But yeah, I was actually managing to get past him down this straight here and then into the next corner. So I was quite happy with that. At least we weren't the slowest person on the track. I probably wasn't the slowest person on track anyway. But we did get overtaken by this BMW once again, who did end up spinning on the first lap, as you guys saw. So he got past me and then I got past this Hyundai on my left. You can't really quite see him, but you'll probably see him slotting behind in my mirrors in a minute. But yeah, it was very interesting to say the least, and I really enjoyed this session, and it was a massive learning curve to say the least as we head in towards the next chicane section where the wing is. I was following this BMW quite close through the chicane, and we were both catching up to this Mark 1 MX-5, which is a little bit more familiar to what I am used to. But we're going to cut onto a trackside camera here as we're coming through Cops, heading in towards Mags and Beckett's once again for another lap, following a Porsche there. So yeah, it was going very good to be honest, and I was really enjoying following other people and trying to get used to this compact as we're getting a lot more confident into the corners, even on these old tyres. As you see, taking Mags and Beckett's a lot more aggressively than what I was at the beginning of the session. We only really got 5 or 6 laps, so a 20-minute session, because obviously this track is very long. So it wasn't a whole lot of time for me and Finley to get used to the track with this car, but nevertheless we pushed on as much as we could. Unfortunately, Finley only managed to get 1 lap in under green flags, and the other 2 that he did was under safety car, which was a massive shame for him. But nevertheless, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get a little bit more running under green flag conditions than him. As you see, we did actually try and go around the outside of that blue and white BMW thing that we were following. But unfortunately, on the exit of this corner here, I did not get a good exit whatsoever, and I really struggled on the accelerator. And everything was going good until, unfortunately, suddenly something went wrong, and this ended up actually happening. So yeah, coming down Wellington Straight, I suddenly had no drive, which was very weird. I thought I could manage to nurse it back to the pits because I wasn't too far away from it, but unfortunately it didn't manage to carry on, and I completely lost all power coming through Brooklands and into Luffield. So I pulled over, I tried to restart as you saw there, and unfortunately to no avail, I couldn't get it restarted, so I did have to jump out. Luckily I managed to put it in a very good position where one of the orange barriers and marshals were waiting, so the 3 of us did manage to get it pushed off track very quickly, and with only a yellow flag, not having to bring out a safety car or double yellow or anything. So yeah, not an ideal situation for us whatsoever, but I think it was something to do with the throttle sensor or the ECU or something we managed to find out, and unfortunately it did become a massive issue for later in the day. So I will let you catch back up with me on the day then. At the moment, it's not quite going as planned. As you saw in my footage, the engine just went. Well, the engine didn't go, it was a throttle. We're not exactly too sure what happened. We think it may be something to do with the ECU. We're not 100% sure. Still trying to get it fixed. Adam started the race instead of Finley. Finley was meant to start, but obviously our issue prevented us from that. So Adam started, and unfortunately Adam made contact, so he had to pit, and now Dave's out currently. So yeah, a bit of a shambles at the moment, but that's racing. You know, it's just we seem to always have the bad luck, but it is what it is. So yeah, I guess I'll catch back with you guys in a sec. fingers crossed we'll be able to get something up and running and get back out, but I'm not too sure at the moment, so I'll see you guys in a bit. So yeah boys, unfortunately it is our day over. Like I said, we got 7 laps altogether, me and Finley, which is a massive shame, which is only in practice / quali. Didn't even get to start the race, so it is a massive shame to be fair, but it is what it is, you know. We tried our best, we tried to fix the issue, but we don't have a spare ECU. So yeah, I guess that's the end of our Birkett 6-hour relay experience. We didn't even get to start the race, or do any laps in the race, so I apologise for being windy as well, but I'm just currently giving the transponder back. But yeah.
2 hours later.
Earlier, sadly, he broke down on the on track, and there's only actually 2 cars, isn't there? Because Finley, Edwards, and Reese March, their car packed up this morning, so that just leaves Adam Reed and David Drinkwater. Adam broke down on track, and so David's had to go, and he's all on his own.
So boys, we're with the
Hello,
man, we're with the man, guys. Even worse news, right? Colin's car has also gone wrong. Same issue by the sounds of it. So, what do you think about that? Engine kaput. So yeah, we should be laughing, but goddamn, it's just so unfortunate. It is unfortunate. We'd be on the sidelines. Dave has done about 2 hours and 45 minutes of stint time, and he's only allowed to do 3 hours, so we're not too sure how that's going to go, but yeah, I guess we'll see. So we got the car towed back onto the trailer. Unfortunately, we did have to also retire from the overall race because Dave completed the maximum amount of track time he was allowed to do. So yeah, it was a massive shame of a race, a massive one to forget, to be honest, but you know what they say, that's racing. It happens. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days. Yeah, we'll keep pushing on, we'll keep trying. Massive thank you to Finley and also Jack Sports Garage for giving me this opportunity and working hard to try and get the car ready. But I'm going to leave this video here. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. But thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.
Engine start, no problem. 5 minutes. Tidin, problem, engine kaput.